Welcome to this fourth video of lesson Parallel Lines from Standard 9th of Mathematics Part 2. In our previous videos, we have seen the proofs of interior angle test theorem, alternate angle test theorem and corresponding angle test theorem. Now we are going to apply this test and we are going to solve some questions and some proofs from practice set 2.1. Okay. Now let's start with this question number 1, where it is given that line RP is parallel to line MS, and you can see this is the line DK is that transversal, and angle DHP is given 85 degree. Means when a transversal is intersecting two parallel lines and when one of the angle is given to us, we can find rest of all these angles. Okay. But here we do not want to find all these angles. We have to find only 4 angles. This question can come for 2 marks. Okay. Here you have to find the first angle RHD. Where is RHD? Now what is this relation of this angle RHD with the given angle DHP? We can see that these two angles are at the same point H. The vertex is H. Okay. And they form a line, so these angles are in the linear pair, so their sum is going to be 180 degree. So let's write answer number 1 here. Okay, so angle RHD plus angle DHP is equal to 180 degree. The reason is angles in the linear pair. In short, we can write ALP, but let's in exam preferably you write the complete words. Okay, therefore angle RHD plus what is this angle DHP is given to us, it is 85 degree is equal to 180 degree, and if you subtract this 85 degree from 180 degree you will get angle RHD is equal to 180 minus 85, that is going to be 95 degree. So do the subtraction, 180 minus 85. Okay, so this is the answer of question number 1. Now here you will get complete mark, whether it is half or 1 depends on this reasoning and this answer. Maybe this question can get 1 mark also, half mark for this correct statement and half mark is correct answer. Let's go for question number, in that sub question 2, to find angle PHG. Where is P, H and G? So now we have to find this angle. First, now we have found this. Now what is the relation of this angle PHG? Either with DHP or just now whichever we found RHD. Now if you see these two angles having vertex, these two are also forming linear pair. So like this we can get, or in other way which can be more easier, these two angles are vertically opposite. RHD and PHG, these two are vertically opposite, hence their measures are same. So let's write angle PHG is equal to angle RHD. RHD. The reason is they are vertically opposite angles. These two angles are equal in measure, and therefore angle PHG is equal to RHD, that is 95 degree. This is the answer. Then the third sub question in that, to find angle HGS, measure of the angle H, this is HGS. Now we have to find this angle. Now what is the relation of this angle HGS with any one of these 3 angles which we know now? Okay. So now if you say these 2 angles are now interior, they are supplementary, or you can say these 2 angles are corresponding angle, DHP and HGS, and corresponding angles are congruent, interior angles are supplementary. So either way, any one way we can find this answer of angle HGS. So let's go for the angle of pairs where it is congruent. So we can write angle HGS is equal to angle DHP, where these both angles are corresponding to each other. Corresponding angles. Okay, and these corresponding angles are equal in measure, hence angle HGS is equal to DHP. DHP is given to us, it is 85 degree. Okay, this is the sub question 3, and the last one it is MGK. This is M, G and K. So now we want this angle. Now MGK is having relationship with which angle? You can get that GS, just now we found it's vertically opposite of this, or if you can take DHP and MGK, they are alternate exterior. By any way you can see these two are equal. Let's take GS and MGK, these two are vertically opposite. So angle MGH is equal to angle HGS, vertically opposite angle, and hence this angle is angle MGH is equal to HGS, that is 85 degree. And then you can write this all as an answer statement. All these are 4 answers. You can get your full marks from this question, or anyhow you have highlighted this answer, but it's better to write the answer statement below for this measures of question angle. Okay, so here what is important, you have to find the relation between the measure of the angle which is asked and whichever is known to us. You can go by with any method, whichever is correct. Okay, whichever method you apply, if it is correct, if your calculations are correct, if your reasoning is correct, then you can get your full marks for such questions. Okay, now let's go for the question number 2. Now in question number 2, let's rub this answer of question number 1. Okay, now answer number 2, let's go for it. What is the question here? Here we can see line P is parallel to line Q. Where is P? This is P and Q. And L and M, nothing is given, and we can see they are not parallel. You have to find certain angles of, say, A is here, B is here, C here and D here, and we can see these two angles. Its measures are given 110 and 115 degree. Okay, now here we have these two lines are parallel, and either we can take L as a transversal or either M as a transversal at a time. As here we have more than one transversal, we have to mention now which two parallel lines and which transversal we are taking, and accordingly we can. So if you see angle A first, now angle A and this 110, this form linear plane angle. Okay, so here we can start with the first, that angle A plus 115 degree is equal to 180 degree. Here the reason can be angles in the linear pair. Okay, and therefore angle A is equal to 180 minus 115 degree. That is, therefore angle A is equal to this subtraction 80 minus 15 will get it 65. So 180 minus 115 will get the angle of A is 65 degree. Okay, so these two were linear pair. Now where is angle B? Now how can we find angle B? For B, now we can see that either A or this. We cannot see this because we can take only one transversal of two parallel lines at a time. So ignoring this part, you cannot take this part, these two parallel lines, and this is the transversal. If you see A, which is exterior angle, and B is also exterior, and A is to the down of the transversal and B is to the up of the transversal. So these A and B, these two angles are alternate exterior angles. Okay, now to find this, say first, second, now angle B is equal to angle A. They are alternate exterior angles. Okay, so these two angles are equal, and therefore angle B, which is equal to angle A, that is 65 degree. So this is the reasoning. Okay, so actually here, as I told, alternate exterior angles, actually here we have to write one step that you can see that, or let me rub it and write it again for you. Now here for second we need to write line P is parallel to line Q, taking line L as their transversal, line L as transversal. Now let's write angle B is equal to angle A. Here the reason is alternate exterior angle. Okay, and now let's write angle B is equal to 65 degree. Okay, so this is your answer. Similarly, now for the sub question 3, where we have to find angle C. Now C, now if you misunderstood that this A and C are interior angle and they are supplementary, half part is correct that they are interior, but they are not supplementary because these two lines are not parallel. These are only just two lines and transversal. So these are interior, but they are not supplementary because these two are not parallel. So here we have to take again line P and Q as parallel and taking M as transversal. Now we have to think about these three numbers. Now we have to ignore this line L at all. Okay, we should not see this part. So in geometry, our vision should be completely clear. What we want to take, what we want to leave, what we do want to pay attention on that, and which we have to ignore. That is very much important. Here we cannot take this because this connection is here. These two lines parallel and this is the transversal. Now to get C, let's see with these numbers. Now what C and 115, we can say that these two angles are corresponding angles. Hence C, major angle C is 115 degree and D is having linear pair with it. So addition of these two is going to be 180. So if you subtract 115 from 180, you can get your answer. Oh, okay. I have done a mistake. I just realized that here I have written 150, which should be angle A, and 110. These are supplementary angles, and that's why you need to subtract over here 110, and here this answer is going to be 70 degree. My dear students, please do not do such mistakes. I know it's very, you need to be very careful while substituting the values, and this A is 70, therefore this is 70 degree. Now it's correct. 115 is here, here it is 110. Okay, so now to find angle C, now we will write here line P is parallel to line Q and taking line M as their transversal. Line M as transversal. Okay. Angle C is equal to 115 degree. Here the reason is corresponding angles. And the fourth sub question to find angle D. Now angle D plus angle C, or no need to say 150, it is 180 degree. Here the reason is same, angles in the linear pair, and that's why angle D is equal to 180 minus 115 is here. So here the answer is going to be 65 degree. So write this answer statement at last. So angle A, B, C, D. Whatever we got these answers in sequence. You can, your answer statement should be angle A is 70 degree, angle B is also 70 degree, angle C is 115, and angle D is equal to 65 degree. So that's the way to write this answer at last. Yeah, okay. So like this we have to solve the question number 2 or the similar sum like this. Okay, after this question number 2, let's go for the answer number 3. Okay, here we can see that line L is parallel to line M. Where is line L? This is line L and this is M. These two lines are parallel. Line P is parallel to line N. Line P is also given parallel to line N. You have to find A, B, C. This is A, this is B, this is C, and this angle is given 45 degree. Okay, now we have to select which two lines parallel and which transversal we have to take to find value of A. Now A is somewhere here. Now what is the relation between this 45 degree and this? Actually nothing. These two angles have no relation. But yes, if we take some here, suppose say A, B, C, suppose if we mention here suppose D. Okay, so D and this 45 can be vertically opposite. If D is 45, A plus D, these two lines are parallel, taking these as transversal. So you can get value of A 180 minus 45. Once you find A, its vertically opposite is B, we can get the same answer. As well as taking now these two parallel lines and this transversal, these two A and C are alternate angles, or you can take B and C as corresponding angles. So values of A, B, C are going to be same. Okay, and it's going to be 45 only. Yes. Okay. So let's start with the D. Okay. First, as D is not given in the question, we have mentioned it. So let's write, let angle D is vertically opposite angle of 45 degree as shown in the figure. Okay, so this we are mentioning. So therefore angle D is equal to 45 degree. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, now taking this, L is parallel to M. Now line L is parallel to line M, and taking line P as their transversal, and taking line P as transversal. Okay, what we can do, angle A and angle D, its sum is going to be equal to 180 degree because they are interior angles, and we know that interior angles are supplementary. Now therefore angle A plus 45 degree is equal to 180 degree, and now if you subtract this 45 from 180, you will get angle A is equal to 135 degree. So this is the answer of angle A. Now to find B, okay, this is the first, so we got first here. Second one, angle A is equal to angle B. They are vertically opposite angle. For vertically opposite and for linear pair, we did not to mention lines parallel because these are the two pairs which we get when the only two lines intersect each other. Therefore, angle B is equal to, what is value of A? It is 135 degree, hence B is also 135 degree. Okay. Now what is angle C? Now if you are going to take this, B and C are corresponding, then you can say line P and line N are parallel to each other. Okay. Line N is parallel to line P. Taking line M as their transversal. Taking line M as transversal. Okay. Angle B is equal to angle C. They are corresponding angles. And hence angle C is equal to, which is equal to B, which is 135 degree. Okay. So answer statement, write again whatever A, angle A is 135 degree, angle B is also 135 degree, and angle C is equal to 135 degree. Yes. So as we said before, we have got all these measures equal. Okay, this is 45, so this is 45, all these three are 135 degree. So this was the answer of question number 3. Now let's go to solve question number 4. Okay. So now here we may require a little bit more space. So let me rub the previous 3 questions which we have solved. Okay. So what is this figure about and what is the question given to us? Side of angle PQR, this is angle PQR, and angle XYZ are parallel to each other. Prove that angle PQR is congruent to angle XYZ. Okay. So here let's check if it can complete your proof, fine, otherwise we can come to here. So proof, it's given that sides of angle PQR. So whatever is given, let's write properly. So PQ is parallel to XY and QR is parallel to YZ. This is a given part. Okay. So let's mention this as given. And to prove it is angle PQR is congruent to angle XYZ. So whatever question suppose given like this, you can copy like this in your answer book or in your in exam also in your answer sheet. Okay. So now here it is written like that after this. So how to prove? Now okay, these two lines are two rays are parallel, two lines are parallel, but where they are intersecting to each other, they are not intersecting. Till they do not intersect, we cannot use that test and all that angles. So what we have to do? We have to do some construction part. Either we have to extend this XY so that it will intersect to YZ, or we can extend this YZ, any one of this. So let's extend this line XY and let it meet here, say at point PQR. You can take say S. Okay. So let's do this extra part, write this part as construction part. Draw or extend. You can write extend line XY to meet line QR at point S. Okay. Now here we have to show these two angles are congruent. Say PQR, say angle number 1, we have to show congruent to angle number 2. Now as we have extended this, we have got here another angle, say number 3. So how can we prove this angle 1 is 2 equal to 2? Let's take help of this angle, third angle, for proving this two. So what we can do? We know that as these two lines are parallel and taking this as a transversal, we can prove that line angle 1 is equal to angle 3 because they are corresponding. Okay. And this, if you take these two parallel lines and taking as this excess transversal, you can prove that angle 3 and angle 2, they are also equal. Or angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Now this both angles are congruent with the third angle. That's why we can say that, therefore we can say angle 1 is equal to angle 2. 1, or we can say congruent. Okay. So in this way we have to solve this. So this is a rougher. So let's write this now properly. To show this angle 1 and 3, they are congruent by corresponding angles. We have to say line PQ is parallel to line XS. Okay. So we write proof part here. Continue proof part. Line PQ is parallel to line XS. Line XS. Okay. From given in construction. And therefore, think and taking what is the transversal we are going to take here? QR. Taking line QR as transversal, as their transversal, we can write like that. Now angle, first angle is angle PQR. PQR is congruent to angle third. Third is your XSR. XSR. Statement number 1. The reason is corresponding angles. Okay. And now these two lines YZ and QR are parallel, and this is the transversal. We will take these two corresponding. So now writing now line YZ is parallel to line QR, and taking line XS. Line XS as their transversal. Now angle, we have taken first and third. Now let's take angle 2 and 3. So angle 2 is angle XYZ is congruent to angle XSR. Statement number 2. The reason is same, corresponding angles. Okay. And now from 1 and 2, that these two angles are congruent with the same third angle XSR. So we can say therefore angle PQR is congruent to angle XYZ. This is from statement number 1 and 2. So in this way we have proved this, whatever we have to prove. And you can write here it is proved. Hence it is proved. So this can be your answer statement. Now here we have solved first 4 questions from practice set 2.1. Now question number 5, which is remaining, is exactly similar to question number 1. By observing how did we solve the question number 1, like that you can solve question number 5. In this way, we have now finished practice set 2.1. I hope you have understand all these sums, how to do, how to find such certain values of certain angles, or if you have to prove something like this, how to prove this. If you have liked all these things, please give me likes. Your comments are very much important. And yes, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much.